Hello, welcome to part 2 of the usage tutorials. In this tutorial, I will explain Linguavote's approach to reviewing students' written work. If you watched the earlier tutorials, you'll remember that I talked about the idea of a push and pull strategy when assigning e-learning to students, with Linguavote being a pull strategy, characterised by its gamified approach. One of the key concepts of a pull strategy is that students shouldn't feel they're being assessed or moderated by teachers when they use the site. They need to feel the freedom they feel when they're using their favourite social media websites. The challenge is in how to stay true to these principles of gamification, but at the same time respond to the realities of studying in an educational institution, where students often need to be encouraged to complete independent study, and where you need to be able to check the accuracy of your students' written work. Our solution is to make the learning experience predominantly private, in which students' productive tasks are shared only with the community, without any teacher intervention, but offer a final opportunity in the unit for students to share their written work with their teacher. For the first 4 lessons, the aim of the game is to express personal opinions in the polls and articulate comments in English so that students receive likes from their peers. Their comments need to be understandable for the community, but the emphasis in these lessons is on fluency, not accuracy. Students need to feel they are being judged on what they say, not on their language skills. It's therefore important that the comments students write in these lessons are for the eyes of the community only, not for teachers to grade or provide feedback on. But in the 5th and final lesson of each unit, there's a writing task, the final unit learning outcome, in which students synthesize all the language they have learnt in the unit in order to express themselves in English. In these lessons, students can submit their writing to you for feedback, encouraging them to focus more on the accuracy of their language and enabling you to monitor your students' participation on the platform. This is how the final writing task works. The student writes his comment in the Lesson 5 writing activity as normal. After submitting the comment, it appears at the top of the comment tree in the Community Posts section. By selecting the email link under the comment, the student can enter your address to send the comment to you for marking. You will then receive an email from Linguavote. The email will include the student's name, username and gender. It will also include the unit name, the writing task question, and the student's writing submission. This provides validation that the student has completed the unit. Students can't get to the writing activity until they've completed all the lessons in the unit. It also allows for ongoing formative assessment. You can print out the email, write feedback to the student's writing, and hand to the student in the next class. So students' overall experience of Linguavote is still a gamified one. The core experience is in interacting with the community to score more likes. But by instructing your students to email their final writing task to you, they are also encouraged to focus on the accuracy of their English at the point in the unit where they have the necessary language to express themselves fully on the unit topic. Okay, so how do you make sure students actually go onto Linguavote and complete the units? We recommend that you encourage students to email you their writing activity task by offering marks or other academic incentives. Remember, students have to complete a full unit of learning content before they can access the final writing task. So incentivizing students to email their writing task to you provides assurance that the students have completed their assigned independent study, without the need for you to access the platform. In addition to this email function, we can provide reports that show completed units for all students assigned to your institution. These reports are intended as an end-of-semester tool for judging the efficacy of the programme, but they can also be used for awarding extra grades to students who participate on the Linguavote platform. And finally, how do you assign units to your students? Well, simply tell your students which unit you require them to complete for homework at the end of your lesson. There's no complicated inbuilt system for assigning units on Linguavote. We felt it was more important to keep the site easy to use for your students and low maintenance for you. So as a teacher, you only really need to access Linguavote if you want to find a class resource for your next lesson. Class resources are the subject of part 3, where I'll introduce you to the Linguavote teacher area.